Hello guys, this is Vadan Shashwat. I'm going to explain you some question of sample paper. Let us begin. So this is the first question we have. We have to find the value of polynomial given here at different values of x, that is 1, minus 1 by 3, 1 by 2 and minus 2. So for x is equal to 1, putting the value 1 to the power 4 minus 4 1 cube plus 3 1 square minus 1, which will give us 1 minus 4 plus 3 minus 1. Here minus 1 and 1 will get cancelled, and minus 4 plus 3 will give us minus 1. Now for x is equal to 1 by 3, similarly putting the value minus 1 by 3 to the power 4 minus 4 minus 1 by 3 cube plus 3 minus 1 by 3 square minus 1. Solving for this we'll get minus 41 by 81. After that, for x is equal to 1 by 2, we have 1 by 2 to the power 4 minus 4 into 1 by 2 to the power 3 minus 3 1 by 2 square minus 1. Solving further, we will get 1 by 6 minus 4 by 8 minus 3 by 4 minus 1. So 1 by 6 minus 4 by 8 will be minus 1 by 2. Solving this, we will get minus 35 by 16. For x is equal to 2, putting the values, we will get 16 plus 32 plus 12 minus 1. This will give us 60. 60 minus 1 equals to 59. Next question we have, question number 26. We have to factorize x cube plus 13x square plus 32x plus 20. So because putting the value minus 1, in this we'll get it will be 0, because here it is minus 1 to the power 3 plus 13 into minus 1 whole square is 1 plus 32 into minus 1, which is minus 32. 32 into minus 1 plus 20, which will give us 33 minus 33 equals to 0. So, hence x plus 1 is a factor of this equation. Now dividing x plus 1 with this, we would get x square plus 12x plus 20 into x plus 1. So this is the another form. So taking our x plus 1 as a factor, we can write this equation as this. Now x square plus 12x plus 20 is a quadratic equation, so we can easily solve it. So we would get x plus 10 into x plus 2 into x plus 1. Now let's jump on to the question number 27. We have to protect people from cold weather. Ramlal has given land to make shelter home for them. What value is exhibited by him? So it is a value based question. So values possessed by him, because Ramlal has made home for needy, it is kindness, humanity, responsibility toward the society, compassion and empathy. Now the question is, in the given figure, side QP and RQ of triangle PQR are produced to point S and T respectively. If angle PQT is equals to 110 and angle SPR equals to 135, then we need to find the angle PRQ. We need to find this angle here. This angle we need to obtain, PRQ. Now, so from this figure we can conclude SPR plus QPR equals to 180 degree. This angle plus this angle is 180 degree because they are on the straight line, linear pair angles. So solving for this, we have the value of angle SPR, which is 135. We'll get angle QPR equals to 45. Similarly, we have angle PQT plus PQR equals to 180 degree, similarly by linear pair. And we have been given angle PQT, which is 110. We'll get the value of angle PQR, which is 70 degree. Now we have to find the angle PRQ. So what we can do, using the triangle sum property, we would get angle PQR plus QPR plus PRQ equals to 180 degree. We know the two of them, that is QPR and PQR. So we can obtain PRQ as 180 degree minus QPR and PQR, which is 70 plus 70 and 45 respectively. Adding this and subtracting this with 180, we would get 65 for PRQ, which is the required angle we need to obtain. Let's jump on to question number 28. We have to show that in a right angle triangle, the hypotenuse is the longest side. So here it is, a right angle triangle. This angle is 90 degree. B, we have A, B, C, a right angle triangle. Now we have been required to prove angle B is equal to 90 degree. So we will consider that angle B is 90 degree. Okay, because that it is given that it is a right angle triangle, angle B will be 90 degree. Now what we can do, by triangle sum property, we would get angle B plus angle A plus angle C equals to 180 degree, and we know that angle B equals to 90 degree, so angle A plus angle C will be 90 degree. So we have angle B equals to 90 degree and angle A plus angle C equals to 90 degree, which make it quite obvious that angle A and angle C will be less than 90 degree. So angle B is the greatest angle among all the other angle, because angle A and angle C will be obviously less than 90 degree. So and we know that the side which is opposite to the greatest angle is the greatest side, which is the hypotenuse. Hence we can prove hypotenuse is the longest side in the right angle triangle. Right, Lisha? Let's jump on to question number 29. We have a triangle ABC is the isosceles triangle with AB equals to AC. Since BA is produced to D, here BA this is produced to D, such that AB is equals to AD. Now we are required to prove that triangle BCD, this big triangle, is a right angle triangle. So we have triangle ABC here. This triangle is a isosceles. So AB equals to AC. AB equals to AC implies that angle 1 is equals to angle 2, because since the opposite sides are equal, the angle will obviously be equal. And we have been given AB equals to AD. Now in triangle ABC, angle 1 equals to angle 2, and we have angle DAC, which is equals to angle 1 plus angle 2 by exterior angle, because for ABC, DAC is an exterior angle which is equals to angle 1 plus angle 2. Since angle 1 is equal to angle 2, we can replace angle 1 with angle 2. We'll get angle DAC is equal to 2 into angle 2. Now taking a look at angle ACD, we have, because it is given that AB equals to AD and AB is equal to AC, implies that AD is also equals to AC. So we have angle 3 equals to angle 4. Now using the triangle sum property in triangle ACD, we'll get angle 3 plus angle 4 plus angle DAC equals to 180 degree, and angle DAC is equal to 2 into angle 2, and angle 3 is equal to angle 4. So we can replace angle 4 with angle 3. We'll get 2 into angle 3 plus 2 into angle 2 is equal to 180 degree, which will give us angle 3 plus angle 2 is equal to 90 degree, which is angle 3 plus angle 2 is angle BCD. Since BCD is a 90 degree, triangle BCD is a right angle triangle. Okay, let's jump on to the next question. We have in the figure, L is parallel to M, and angle 1 equals to 2x plus y, angle 4 is equal to x plus 2y, and angle 6 is equal to 3y plus 20. So we need to find the angle 7 and 8. So this is a transversal line parallel to intersecting L and M, which are parallel to each other. So we have angle 1, angle 4, and angle 6 given in terms of x and y respectively. So what we have to find angle 7 and 8. So we can obtain some relationship. We have angle 1 here, angle 1 plus angle 8 equals to 180 degree. Angle 1 plus angle 8 equals to 180 degree. This is the property. And we have angle 1 equals to angle 3 because they are vertically opposite angle. So which makes angle 3 also 2x plus y, because angle 1 is 2x plus y. And we have angle 3 plus c, 6. Angle 3 plus angle 6 is equal to 180 degree. Now replacing angle 3 with 2x plus y, and angle 6 we have 3y plus 20, we will get x plus 2y equals to 80, which is one of the relation between x and y. Now because we have two variables, we need to obtain one more equation. So what we can do, we have angle 1 equals to angle 3 vertically opposite. Similarly, angle 2 is equal to angle 4 vertically opposite. So for this complete angle, we'll get angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 plus angle 4 is equal to 360 degree. Now since angle 1 is equal to angle 3, angle 2 is equal to angle 4, replacing them, so making angle 2 is equal to angle 4 and angle 3 is equal to angle 1, we will get 2 into angle 1 plus angle 4 is equal to 360 degree. So angle 1 plus angle 4 is equal to 180 degree. Now, so we have the value of angle 1 in terms of xy, we have 2x plus y, and we have angle 4 which is x plus 2y, it is 180 degree. Now solving this, we would get x plus y equals to 60, x plus y equals to 60 degree. That is, now using the equation, that is x plus 2y equals to 80 and x plus y equals to 60, we would get x is equal to 40 and y equals to 20. Now putting the equation, uh, putting the values of x and y in equation 1, we will get angle 80 is equal to 100 degree, and similarly because we have angle 2 plus angle 7 equals to 180 degree, we will get angle 7 as 100 degree. At least sure. Let's jump on to the next question, the question 31. We have to show that sum of three altitude of triangle is less than sum of three sides of the triangle. So we have a triangle here, you can see we have a triangle ABC, and the sides are A, B and C respectively, and we have been given, we had made three altitude AD, FC and ED. Now, so because the altitudes are perpendicular, they make 90 degree with the side of the triangle they fall on. So looking at triangle ADC firstly, we get AD square, that is because it is a right angle triangle, AD square is equal to AC square minus CD square by Pythagoras theorem. Now, so which implies that AD square will obviously be less than AC square. So which further implies AD is less than AC because AC, this side is represented by length B, so AD will be less than B. Similarly, we have for here BEA, BE square is equal to AB square minus AE square, which implies B square is less than AB square, B is less than AB. Since AB is C, the length of AB is C, we have BE is less than C. Similarly, for this triangle, that is CFB, we have CF square less than BC square, or CF is less than BC, or CF is less than A. So adding 1, 2 and 3, we'll get AD plus B plus CF, which are the altitudes of triangle, and A plus B plus C, which are the sides of triangle. So adding 1, 2, 3, we'll get the sum of altitude, which is AD plus B plus CF, is always less than the sides of the triangle, which is A plus B plus C. Hence, it is proved that that sum of three altitude triangle is less than sum of three sides of triangle. Thank you so much.